The threads that bind. Lindi, Hobongwana. Life has a way of weaving connections in the most unexpected and beautiful ways. For Richard, the story of Lindi was a perfect example of how the threads of life intertwine between people together across time, distance, and circumstance. Richard first met Silas in 1975 in New Mexico. They were young then, full of curiosity and a shared passion for exploring the deeper questions of life. Silas had a magnetic energy, a blend of wisdom and humor that made him unforgettable. Their friendship was one of those rare connections that left a lasting imprint even as life pulled them in different directions. Years later, Richard found himself living in Ashland, Oregon, a place that seemed to attract kindred souls. One day, while catching up with a mutual friend, Richard mentioned Silas. You know, the friend said, I think Lindy might know him. They went to the same Wardolph school together in Europe. Lindi, Hobongwana. The name sparked something in Richard's memory. He had heard about her through other friends, a woman of grace and depth, someone who'd been a student of Mafu for many years, and whose love for meditation was as profound as her kindness. Intrigued, Richard reached out to Lindy, hoping she might reconnect him with Silas after nearly 30 years. When Richard and Lindy finally met, it was as though they had known each other for years. Lindy had a calming presence, her eyes reflecting a spirit wisdom that came from years of spiritual practice. She listened intently as Richard shared his story, her smile warm and encouraging. Silas and I did go to school together, Lindy confirmed. He's a remarkable person. Let me see if I can help you find him. True to her word, Lindy worked her magic, and within weeks, Richard was on the phone with Silas. The joy of hearing his old friend's voice after so many years was indescribable. They laughed, reminisced, and promised to stay in touch. It was a reunion that would never have happened without Lindy's help. But Lindy's role in Richard's life didn't end there. During their conversations, Richard learned that Lindy had been born in East Africa. Her stories of the land, its people, and its vibrant spirit captivated him. Richard spent time in East Africa about 20 years earlier. Lindy smiled, her eyes twinkling. Life has a way of bringing people together, Richard. We're all threads in the same tapestry, weaving in and out of each other's stories. I'm just grateful to be part of yours. And so, the threads of life continue to weave their magic. Lindy, with her love for meditation, her deep connection to Mafu's teachings, and her unwavering kindness, remain a shining example of how one person can touch so many lives. Through her, Richard had found not only an old friend, but a deeper understanding of the beauty and mystery of the world and the ties that bind us together.